Guys, in this video we're going to be reviewing the Wallke H7 all-wheel drive e-bike. So I went ahead and assembled this thing. I'll kind of put a couple clips over top of here of me assembling the whole process, but as much as you guys probably came to this video for, I wanted to go ahead and just put it together and ride it. So this thing, first off, is massive. So probably the camera and the videos don't do this thing justice. But just as a reference, there is a Dodge Dakota, and look at the length of this thing to give you guys an idea of how big this thing is. So this is not a tiny bike. I am 5'9", and I literally have the seat almost all the way down. So if you're some like 6'10" monster, you can definitely ride this thing, and the bars are quite a ways away. So, and also you can have full adjustment on this. If for some reason your reach is smaller, you could roll these bars back on the clamp here. And then if, like I said, if you got grill arms, you could roll this all the way forward and you would still be able to get comfortable on this thing. So other than that, it comes with a couple things. I'll just quickly review some stuff, and then I want to get riding this thing and I want to see what the range is. So this is the all-wheel drive model. It's got the front and rear motor, and it's got this massive battery here that I don't know if you would ever want to, but technically it doesn't take much. This key, not only does it allow the battery to be removed, but it also turns everything on. So this is how you turn it on, turn it off. This is how you disable it. So if you're going somewhere, they give you a couple keys. That goes into there, but there's a lock position which activates the latch on here where you can actually take the whole battery out. And when you assemble it, this battery is out of the bicycle. So you have to take the seat off, but seat's got a quick release. Pretty straightforward there. It's got some shocks on the back. Looks like we got some adjustment here. So I'm just riding it in the way that it came. I aired up the tires just so that we can test the range. So I went ahead and aired up the tires as well. So it says you can go from 5 to 30 PSI. I went on the higher end, so I put them to 30. Might be a little bit rougher ride, but I wanted to see what kind of range we can actually get out of this. I'm about 180 pounds just for reference. It does have some adjustment here on the shocks, so you can soften them up or stiffen it up on the front shocks or forks. It's got this light here. I'm hoping that I can test it out for you guys, see what kind of visibility we have. But other than that, it's pretty nice, you guys. So it actually has Shimano shifters and gear sets on it. So you can see there, Shimano. And then when you come up here to the shifter, also Shimano 7-speed. So this is how you shift it if you want to pedal. It actually has hydraulic brakes for the front and rear. You can see here, it says mineral oil. So this thing is pretty serious. And this thing is pretty heavy, you guys. It is not a light little bike. It's more of a lightweight motorcycle than a bicycle. On the back here, you have this optional cooler pack here. So I went ahead and just mounted this. So it's got a little cooler bag there. You can store a little lunch or whatever you're trying to do. And then it's got a little stove here. You can kind of tie some stuff up here, and it looks almost like a drink holder right there in the back. I might throw a Bluetooth speaker in that. I don't know. We'll figure it out as I use it more. They do also give you like a seat for back here, which I've seen online. Some people will actually take this off and they'll install pegs so you can actually take a passenger if you would want to. But anyways, it's all together. That's enough about it. Let's go ahead, fire it up, and let's go test this thing. All right, so we're gonna go over here. We're gonna turn it to on, and that will kick everything on so you can see here. So over here on your control center deal, so you see here the power button in the middle. So you do have to make sure this key is in the on position to be able to come over here and get this thing going. So I did take it for a little ride, but I'll show you guys just kind of a quick breakthrough of everything. So right now with this here saying 0, that is how much motor assist. So if you go over here and you start hitting the plus, so you'll see here when I go plus, it shows up 1. And then if I continue to press it, this is how much assist you're getting. So we're at 5, and then you'll see a little dude here on a bicycle, and you can see here the rear is flashing. So that is our rear motor only. And if you hold the I button, that's how you get it to change drive modes. So you see here now the front is flashing on our little dude. And then if you hold the I again, now you can see both, there's a star on both wheel on our little dude here. So that indicates that we have both motors running. So that's pretty much it. And then other than that, like this is, like I said, if you want to dial this back, so you want to pedal more, that's kind of what this little foot is, I guess. So minus or little foot dude. So the more you press down, you can see there our numbers go down. So if you want more pedal, less motor, that's what you do it. So negative, positive. Other than that, our headlight. So we can kick on our little headlight. So we got our headlight there. I'm assuming we got a little tail light, and we do. It's got the little Wallke thing there. And then other than that, we got a brake light. All right, so I made sure to fully charge it. Even though it came pre-charged, I wanted to make sure that this thing had full juice right from the get-go so we can kind of test it out. So I did go ahead and download their app also. So it's called Yolin ebike. So went ahead and downloaded it. You can sync it up so you can see here if I put the pedal assist, if I turn it up, you can see it changes here. We got 1, 1. If I hit over here, 2, 2. So, and then also you can reset your trip. You can't change the odometer, but obviously the trip you can clear. But also what you do to clear the trip. So we got 10.8 miles because I did take this thing for a slight rip. So you're supposed to hold the I and the negative for a couple seconds and it should clear. There we go. So we zeroed out just by holding the I and negative. So now we're 0 miles. Let's go ahead, start ripping. All right, guys, so we're cruising, we're driving. Just wanted to get off my street, so in case there are any creeps out there, they don't know where I live, but we'll go for a cruise. It is windy out. This is maybe like half throttle. I also got this phone mount that I threw on here. This doesn't come with it, but just so I got my phone here. And then the other cool thing is, I mean, phones these days last quite a bit, but there is a little USB port right down here, so if you want or need to charge your phone, you could technically run a little cable from here to your phone to keep it charged. So, but overall, this thing feels really solid. So right now I'm just in rear mode, and like with the tires pumped up to 30 psi, like this thing cruises. So let's see how fast it goes. I'll show you guys actually. Let's go from a complete stop. So right now I've got it in mode 5. But actually, I'll show you guys starting from 1 just to show you guys how mellow it is. So if we were in 0, which is right here, it would not, it'd just be full pedal. So just normal bicycle. If we put it in 1, and as the numbers get higher, the speed and assists goes along with it. So we'll let this car go by. So pretty much, and you can go from, like, you don't have to, you guys probably can't see the pedals here, but you don't have to start pedaling. You can literally just twist the throttle like a motorcycle from a complete stop. And there we go. So we're maxed out. It's just under 10 miles an hour. And you can change the display. So if you guys are in Canada or something like that, you can change it into kilometers per hour. But okay, so that's full throttle there. But I mean, it gets up to speed decent. Like you guys saw that. So complete stop. Let it zero out here. And then there we go. And this is on the slowest level, and we're only on rear motor. Like, it's not bad. And then let's just cycle through so we can see what the top speeds of each mode are. So 10 miles an hour in number 1. You can hear it accelerating. Got about 14 miles an hour in 2. Got 20 miles an hour in 3, 4. We got 26 miles an hour in 4. Click it to 5. It looks like about 28 miles an hour. Almost 29 if we weren't. Oh, 29. 29.5. It almost wants to hit 30. We got people over here trying to clean me out. Okay, so almost 30 miles an hour in number 5, just rear motor only. So before we go to dual motor, we'll go ahead and we'll switch it to front motor. Just for fun, just to see what we got. Okay, so I'm going to come to a stop. We're gonna hit the I button, we're gonna hold it. So now, you guys probably can't see, but the little star on the front wheel drive is flashing. We've already gone 1.2 miles. So I'm gonna leave it in 5. Let's just see if the top speed's any different with the front motor. I'm guessing the front motor is gonna be a little less strong, but we'll find out here. Pretty big headwinds. 24. So that's a pretty substantial headwind, but it almost hit 25 there. Let's go over here and we'll just compare. See if maybe we don't have that headwind. So again, front motor only. $24, $25, $26, $27, $28 maybe, almost, $28. She's trying. Looks like 28's about all it wants to do, but almost there. 28 and 0.3, 0.5. But there's a ton of wind, so hopefully the audio is good on this. But yeah, we've done almost 2 miles so far. But again, we're only in single motor mode, or whatever you want to call it. But let's go ahead. Let's switch it. We're gonna hold the I button. We'll switch it to dual motor. So now we're dual motor from a complete stop. Way more acceleration. So this is full throttle. And we're in 5, so we should get up to 32. Yeah. It's speed limited. You can tell if you could hack it or something, it would go faster, because it definitely hits like a wall, but you can tell it would go faster if you could figure out how to unlock more speed. This thing rips though, you guys. It's pretty fun. Brakes work good. That's our front brake. And they seem to be getting better as the brakes get bedded in. When I first started riding it, the brakes didn't bite nearly this good. So it's almost like you have to kind of bed them in a little bit. So when you first get yours, if the brakes don't feel like they work that well, just know you're not alone. They kind of have to do like a bit of a bedding in process, but I mean together, using both, they work really well. This thing's fun though, you guys. It feels like a little motorcycle. Like, I don't know, completely changes the game as far as just riding around in silence. It's kind of fun for once. I've ridden motorcycles, I've had motorcycles. Oh, look at that, a little burnout even. We get that to do it again? I kind of lean back and she kind of at the front wheel like, just doing a little dig. Ooh, shoosh, let's go. I might have to throw a timer over that, see what it gets to. But it gets up to 32 pretty dang quick. And I mean, 32 miles an hour, you guys, is no joke on something. So definitely make sure you're wearing your safety gear and whatnot. Use your own discretion with that, but people have gotten hurt on a lot less speed, so just be aware of that type of thing. But I kind of want to see what kind of range. So I will tell you guys, this thing is fun as heck to ride. Handles really well, feels really stable, like you can rip a corner. I don't know, we just ripped that corner at like 23 miles an hour. It feels, I'm telling you guys, it feels like a motorcycle. And I didn't check what I think there was only about 5 or maybe 7 PSI in the tires when I first got it. And it felt really heavy with that little of air in the tires. So of course, you know, if you're doing more off-road stuff, maybe take some air out just so that I can't get over the fact this thing doesn't burn out. But yeah, if you're doing some off-road stuff, I would maybe take some air out just so it's not beating you up. But when we're on the road, as far as maximizing your acceleration and then your range, airing them out is going to be the way to go. All right, so I'm going to continue to ride this thing around, you guys. I don't know what kind of mileage or range we're supposed to get out of this. So I got 3 miles on it already, it's saying, but let's go on a little adventure. It does come with mirrors also. They kind of look a little, I don't know, I just wasn't a fan of the look of the mirrors, so I didn't install them, but if you start riding on some streets, probably wouldn't be the worst idea to have the mirrors so you can kind of see who's behind you. Look at that, we got a bike lane now. We can rip here. Well, we got a 45 mile per hour here, so at least we know we're not gonna be speeding. But yeah, this thing is fun, you guys. I don't know how the audio is gonna be with the tires. Like there's not really much noise out of the motors themselves, but the tires definitely are loud if there's anything to really criticize of it, but you can always change the tires out to another tire, I'm sure. It just me or that car gave me like no room. I swear they were like over the line. See if we can drag race a car up here. What do you guys think? Comment down below. What are you putting your money on? Kia or the Wallke? Let's see if we can get it from the dig. Oh, we got him, you guys. Look at that. Got him for the first 60 foot. We smoked that Kia. He still hasn't passed us. Still no Kia in sight. Still no Kia. See, that's where we need the mirrors so we can see how badly we smoked that Kia. So yeah, super soft, you guys. I don't know, I don't mind, I don't feel like I'm getting beat up riding this thing. To be fair, we're on a brand new paved road, but it's comfortable. The seat's comfortable, riding position's comfortable. It's a fun bike. And I've never owned one of these, so I can't really say as far as comparing this one to another one, but I really have nothing to complain about. Other than I need to make it to Wawa. If I can make it to Wawa, it'll be the first time I've ridden anything other than a car to Wawa. I feel like people are passing me just because they don't want to not get passed by a bicycle. All right, our bicycle lane fun has ended for now. Let's see how this bump handles. I mean, definitely feels like we got 30 PSI in the tires, I'll tell you that much. Not terrible. I think I like just accelerating on this thing more than I do actually like full throttle. It's just, it has so much pickup that it's just fun just to rip. We could go to Family Dollar if I had $1. Hopefully it's coming through across the camera fun, as much fun as I'm having, because I'm telling you guys, this thing's quite a bit of fun to rip. So far, 6.4 miles, still full battery on our charge here. Oh my God, did you guys hear that? That guy just got air in that minivan, or the little SUV. All right, our adventure continues. Let's try off-road. I would definitely take air out of the tires. I do not recommend 30 PSI if you guys plan to take this off pavement or concrete, because it is a rough ride, but it's gonna give us our most MPGs. Railroad track tests passed. So also, we have not, I haven't showed you because I've just been using the twist throttle because I came up, because I grew up racing motocross, so that's what I'm most used to, but you can use the pedals to actually drive the thing. So I can, if I pedal, then it accelerates. I personally am not a huge fan of that. Just because to me it feels a little bit odd having a twist throttle and then, you know, whatnot, but you can do it. And then also, I'm sure nobody's here really for the bicycle part of it, but you can shift the gears. So, but it just, when you're in 5 and you start pedaling like lazily, this thing just takes off. So let's see. Like if you really want to pedal, I would take it out of mode 5, because it just seems like it's excessive, especially when we're not going full chooch here. Make sure people aren't gonna wipe us out. All right, so I put it on 3. Let me see pedaling. I mean, even 3, it really wants to get down. Let me try 1 and see. Because I'd like to be able to put a little effort into it. Let's see, there. Let's see which way the gears operate. All right, so 7's your highest gear, your most resistance. So right now I'm doing 11 miles an hour, so it's kind of helping me, I guess. If you want it to be that way, let's see. And then we'll go to 2. But maybe it's, I would say, let's try the other way. So I'm gonna take it at a dual motor, and it probably won't have that kind of, I don't know, unfamiliar acceleration, I would say. Let's see. So I'm gonna hold down the I. Right now I'm in a rear motor. Because when you start pedaling and you have it in dual motor, it feels like it's gonna rocket ship away from you. Yeah, I would say that. Let me try front motor for fun. So front motor, and we're pedaling. Okay, that's my suggestion to you guys. If you wanna actually pedal and feel like you're not being lazy, I would put it in front motor and put it down to like 2. I think that's kind of the sweet spot for what feels like a normal bicycle. Look at that. What a fine Samaritan. Backing up. Even 2 doesn't feel like a bicycle to me, at least a normal pedal bike. I think 1 feels like a bike. So I'm pedaling, legs are going, and 1 to me feels like a bike. So where are we at? All right, we made it to the main street. I don't know how I feel about riding down this main street. We're gonna see how that goes. Never really paid too much attention to know if we do or don't have sidewalks. And it's Friday, rush hour, so people are probably ready to fist fight. So let's see if there's a sidewalk. If there's a sidewalk, I'll cruise it. But for some reason, I feel like there's no sidewalk on the street. Let's find out. Oh, maybe there is. Of course there's a sidewalk. Hey, I am not about to get in the way of rush hour traffic in Florida on a Friday. So this is, to me, I like this. I feel like I'm doing something. Legs are going. I'm in mode number 1, 10 miles an hour. So you can do it. As far as mileage, we've got 7.5 miles on the trip meter, but let's go ahead. Let's do, mode 1 was about 10 miles an hour. Mode 2 feels more sporty. So we got mode 2. And we've got a sidewalk. Again, the mission is to make it to Wawa, which is up there. That's the mission for this video. Make it to Wawa, make it back. See what kind of miles we got, see what kind of battery range. I don't think I'm gonna be able to, deplete the battery in one consistent video. I don't know if it would get boring for you guys. Comment down below. Do you guys wanna see me do like a non-stop, non-cut, continuous video? And just see how long we can go. Ooh, Outback Steakhouse smells amazing. Oh, that made me hungry. Jeez. God dang, you guys. Outback be cooking. Yeah, I think, like I said, it's about rush hour. I think it's like, what is it? Oh, you guys can see right here. 6:36. And it is time for John to eat. And there is a big storm over there. I don't know if you guys can see that cloud coming. I hope that's not our first e-bike experience, but it feels beautiful out. That cloud cover, it's been like, I think 100 degrees with the Humidex the last week or so. So it is like perfect e-bike weather. All right, so we're ripping, we're being lazy, we're not pedaling. And the other reason why for the phone mount is I've got scooters. That's the only other electric thing I have is scooters, but having the phone here, you can change songs, sync your Bluetooth speaker. Ooh, Donna Julia's. Everybody grilling, smelling, making the good smells. All right, I feel like I accomplished something. We're gonna go to Wawa, get a beverage, and then we're gonna make our way back. I've got my little cooler pack in the back so we can successfully put a cold drink up in there. All right, hit the little crosswalk. If you guys are wondering for fuel prices in Florida, $3.16 for regular right now. But we've got our handy dandy e-bike, so we do not care about fuel prices right now. But yeah, 6:30, Friday traffic. There's no bike lane. I am not trying to get in the way of that right now. All right, so we've got it in 2. I guess we can handle 2. It is fun to ride it in 5, but I just feel like we're kind of slow rolling right now to be 5 in it. I mean, look at how I'm flat foot. Like I said, I'm not a friggin' 6 foot something giant, you guys, but I'm 5'9", and this is like, it's up to my chest over here. All right, here we go. Let's try not to get run over by angry 5 o'clockers. Hey, we made it. We made it. Ooh, that guy be putting that tire on. All right, nice sharp little corner. Look at that. Hit that sharp corner at 7 miles per hour. All right, let's get on in here and get ourselves a beverage. All right, so we're gonna turn this off, take our key out. Nobody can ride away on us. I guess they could pedal away if they really want to, but let's see what drink we're getting. Ooh, look at these. That looks like those rocket popsicles. I think I'm gonna keep it simple though. Chips? No. Let's see, what do we want to get? What looks good? Comment down below which one you guys would be getting. A little protein shake? $5.50 for a protein shake? I haven't had a vitamin water in a while. Maybe I'll grab one of those. I got some new flavors. What do you guys think? Tropical mango? All right, let's try it. Ooh, monsters look good, but I'm not trying to be off the rip right now.
Thank you for shopping at Wawa. Do you wish to continue? Welcome to Wawa. Please scan your Wawa rewards card now.
All right, we out. Look at the size of this thing, you guys. It's huge. Bigger than a whole freaking picnic table. Let's get some refreshment going. All right, so we just left Wawa. Here's the key. I had to kind of go over here because I didn't realize the music was playing so loud so that we don't get copyrighted. So we're off, turn it to on. We come over here. Dash kind of flashes, does its thing, and then we come over here. We're gonna turn it on. And there we go. So we got 8 miles on this thing. We're in rear wheel drive right now. I'm gonna put it up into 2 since we're kind of in the little city area. I had to wait for that. I don't know if you guys can see it over there, that freaking cloud over there. I didn't want to get absolutely, look at this thing showing lightning. So I was trying not to get smoked. All right, well, let's make our way back. The one thing about Florida is rain can and will pop up out of just about anywhere. All right, so let's go here. I gotta cross. Yeah, I guess we'll cross here. Might as well. Then we gotta make our way back through there. So home is like that direction, so, but I kind of have to go this way. Kind of had to head north a little bit to get over there without being on the main streets. It's not really any direct street that goes that way that I'm aware of. Maybe one day we'll explore more. But let me know if you guys like these kind of adventuring videos. 350Z. All right. We've got the walk symbol. Of course, we're walking. 12 mile an hour walk. All right, cut this little corner. Fruit stand, Fruit Mania is closed. Putting a cup holder here would be pretty legit. But yeah, two is nice and comfortable. I can fake like I'm pedaling. I like it. Still full battery. Two feels like a normal bicycle and you're hauling, you're hot dogging it. That's how I would describe number 2. 3, 4, 5, when you're pedaling, there's like no resistance on the pedals because I think you're just, even when you're in 7th gear over here on your little Shimano, it's kind of cool. It's got like a little indicator to tell you what gear you're in, but even when you're in that 7th gear, it's just not enough. It's not enough gear. Not enough gear for the speed. Go past the Outback. Oh, look, that roads are wet. So it definitely dumped over here. Look at the fresh puddles. Kind of glad we waited it out, because I did wait it out for a few minutes just while this one mysterious cloud went by. But yeah, this thing is fun, you guys. I think you'd enjoy it. I guess, like I said, complete transparency on this. I would say if you were gonna like bring this somewhere, which I probably will, it's not light. So if you were gonna try to bring this somewhere, like load it up in your truck, maybe you get a couple of them or you have a couple of them or whatever. you're gonna need like a ramp to get this into the back of a pickup truck. I mean, you could muscle it up there, but I will tell you, it is a large bike and it's heavy, so trying to lift this thing up, although doable, I'm not saying it's impossible, it's definitely a heavy bike. Oh, we are headed through some serious puddles here. Man, it really rained over here. I'm glad I freaking waited because it barely sprinkled where I was kind of posted out at. So I guess we'll get to test out the little fenders on it. It's got a pretty nice fender on the front here. I'm curious if it'll keep the rain off of us here. So far, it's not roosting me at all, which is nice. I'd like to cross over at some point if I can, but for now, we'll be all right here. Oh, there's no big puddles. Get absolutely just smoked by a car with rain. Watch, this guy probably does not see me. If I were to guess. Oh, he does see me. That's the one thing, especially one of the reasons why I stopped riding a motorcycle, is just people are so distracted these days. This I'm cool with because you're not really going that fast and you can kind of anticipate stuff, but man, people are just so distracted these days. So, but still doesn't hurt. Just whenever you're riding even one of these or you're riding a bicycle, just kind of almost act as if you're assuming people can't see you. Oh, we got one more cloud getting us. I almost want to hide underneath one of these trees for a minute. Well, we are durability testing the Wallke bike right now through the elements. All right, it looks like it pretty much stopped again. Just enough to cool me off. All right, whew. Just a quick little sprinkle. All right, so far, 9.2 miles, still completely full battery. And this section here, I'm still just rear wheel drive. There's really no need to have both wheels driving, in my opinion, unless you're trying to like race your buddy or accelerate or something. So these bikes do come in single motor, so you can pretty much be guaranteed. I mean, it kind of makes sense. Like I said, I'm driving around with one motor. I don't really need to, but you can buy this bike in a different option where it's only got one motor, and honestly, one motor it's enough. It's just if you want to accelerate faster and get a few more mile an hour, that's where the dual motor kind of comes into play. But yeah, this thing is not roosting at all, so it's pretty cool. The little fender they got on it here. All right, guys, so I'm just cruising. I'm in rear drive only. We've got just about 12 miles headed back from our infamous Wawa trip. I don't know. I mean, I could like go all out, you know, max this thing out, but I'm kind of just enjoying the ride. It just, as you guys saw, it just finished raining. It's super nice weather out right now. But I'm kind of just enjoying the, 14 mile an hour cruise. Still full battery, hasn't even skipped a beat. it's pretty fun to ride. I don't know what else to really tell you. One thing, if I was like, again, if I can nitpick this thing at all, like maybe some adjustments to the rear suspension to make it a little soft. It feels a little stiff in the back, but again, they probably don't know like what, you know, who's going to be riding it as far as how heavy the person may or may not be. So it's kind of what I would assume. I can probably try seeing about relieving some of the spring pressure because there's those dual shocks in the back. So probably could make it a little softer if we do that, if I were to guess. But yeah, it's nice just to cruise with. So once we kind of get to the next little intersection here, we can probably hop on over to the other side and kick her into 5, get some speed going. All right, so I'm gonna bump this up to 5 mode because we're back where there's kind of like a bike lane or whatever and less traffic. Let's see. And then I am currently in rear wheel drive mode, so let's hold the I button, front wheel drive. Okay, now we're in dual. Ripping. Max out 31. It does about 32. If I had to guess, there's probably some sort of legal limit on this, and that's why they're maxing it out at 32. But I was reading the instructions also, and there's some setting that you can go into and actually get into some settings. There's a setting you can get into that switches this from 1 to 5 or 0 to 5, and then you can change it to 0 to 10 or 9, I should say. And there's a few different settings so that you can change like the aggression, I guess. So let me know if you guys want to see a video on that. I'll probably do a follow-up video, maybe some more range after I mess with some of those settings, because I just saw some different settings that you can mess with. There's also a setting that you can change the max speed on it, but it says it may or may not be locked out. So I'm kind of interested to play with that, but I wanted to do like an initial review for you guys. I think the rain is gonna start coming, so I'm gonna rip this thing. Let's see. Oh, I can feel it coming down. We're doing the speed limit. That cloud is coming. Trying not to get wet. This thing's so fun, you guys. Ton of fun. So we're almost at 14 miles, 13.6 to be exact. Still full battery. It's not even flashing or doing anything. All right, guys, so we made it back. Ended up doing a 14.4 miles. So it was kind of a mix of rear wheel drive, front wheel drive, all wheel drive. And like you guys saw, we were riding through the rain. There was some mud and all that kind of stuff. And this thing didn't even really get dirty. So you can see here, like there was like hardly any roost, maybe right there on the very bottom, but it wasn't getting flung up. My legs didn't get all dirty. You know, maybe a tiny bit here, but this thing's managed to stay clean through that kind of nasty terrain. So this is what I was saying here is there's a little set screw here. We could probably, at least with my weight, back this down so that these springs will allow it to travel a little bit more. But other than that, she worked great. You can see here the battery level is still full. Probably could mount some extra accessories and stuff like that, but this thing is a solid unit. So you guys, make sure you smash the thumbs up. I'll link this bike down below. I'm kind of excited to maybe try out more of these types of things, and let me know if you guys want me to make more content with that. I'm gonna get into the menu, get into the settings, play a little bit more with it, but I kind of wanted to just get it set up, get it out for its first, maiden voyage, and just see what this thing is all about. But overall, I'm happy with it. Like I said, you can dial it in how you would like. I would probably, if you're more off-road or you're doing that kind of stuff, take the tire pressure down. If you're doing a lot of street stuff like we were doing today, I would crank up the tire pressure because it'll give you added mileage, because you can see there we did almost 15 miles. And the battery didn't even crack a sweat at all. So that's about it. Thanks again for watching. Subscribe if you haven't already for more videos, and we'll see you guys on the next one.